Hey y'all, it's your girl Tracy, and I am bringing to you a video on some important apps to use when you're in the party favor business, and even if you're in the business to collect customer information for like custom items, any custom items. I would say custom items where you need to collect quite a bit of information, not just the sizing, not just colors, but like event dates, themes, stuff like that. So I am going to show you my favorite app to use for it, and I'm also going to show you some of the alternatives just to give you some insight as to why I choose this app over all the other, not even all the others. There's more, but a lot of the other apps that do the same thing, why this one makes more sense. But first, I want to show you what I'm talking about. A lot of people who sell custom items, and I'm going to use shirts for an example, because like if you're doing a huge order and maybe it's for a family reunion, maybe it's for a memorial, and you need to know dates, you need to know the person's name, you need to know the color scheme, stuff like that. That's a lot of information. And so I want you to step back and think, if I were to come to you in a store and say, I heard you do t-shirts, I heard you do party favors, how much is it? That's always what the customer asks, right? Because they don't know all the information you need, all the details you need, right? Think about if a customer were to approach you today, what it is you need to know. And I want you to think about the time that it'll take you to collect that data if you don't have it on your website. If someone is asking you in the store, first of all, that's not reliable because in the store, you have to write it down and then it's a he said, she said. I like stuff in black and white, honey. If something were to bounce back to me and say someone got this large order wrong, no, honey, you did this. You inputted this information. So I need y'all to get this on the website because these details also reflect in the customer's order confirmation sheet. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. And this is my particular website, and it is for my party favor bundles. I'm going to go to the Big Bash bundle because that has the most stuff. Okay, so this is for my party favor business. I have my description, but here's all the information I need to know. Okay, for party favor specifically. But like I said, you can apply this to other aspects like collecting data for doing custom t-shirt orders in a large quantity, right? For instance, in the party favor world, we want to know, do you want these party favors delivered empty, whereas you get the treats and the beverages and you assemble themselves? I'm just sending you the wrappers, or am I sending you these already filled? Okay, so that is the first bit of information I need to know. The second bit of information I need to know is, will you need a design, or do I need to get my design team? They don't know you don't have a design team. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. They don't need to know. Do you need my design team to conjure up a design for you? Or you could pick from what we have. Like if you have we could get into this on another day, but if you have a portfolio of all of your designs, right? So that's a yes or no question. I also make these required. They can't skip past these. If choosing from our library, this is what I have. This is a personal preference. What type of event are you hosting? And then I give some examples to rattle their brain a little bit. Birthday, anniversary, graduation. What is it? What is the date you need these by? You can ask them the date of the event if you want to. That will give you some time to know when you can complete this by. I just said, what is the date you need these by? Not the date of the event. It doesn't matter. You know, as a business owner and as a party favor business, how long it takes you to do certain amount of orders and if you can accept this or not. What is the name? And I also put and the age of the honoree. And I want y'all to think about this. Like, have you even thought about, dang, we really do need a lot of information, right? Indicate what type of treats you like. Is there anything else we need to take into consideration? Give them the outlet to, maybe there was like, yeah, there might be a piece of information that you didn't ask specifically, right? And if a photo is desired, some people don't want their child's photo on the party favors. They might just want the name. They might want like a Spider-Man. That's it. The name, the age, that's it. Maybe it's for a business and they don't need a photo on there. So I made that so that it's not required. because not everybody wants a photo on the party favors, okay? So that is the type of information you need. To collect this type of data out in the DMs, y'all, this could take you all day. And I wouldn't recommend doing this in person only because, or even on the phone, because guess what? If it's not in black and white, things can get misconstrued, things could get mixed up. You could lose that piece of paper, you could accidentally delete that email. Listen, just let your website do it. I say your website is your assistant. They can collect data for you while you are sleeping if you set it up correctly. What you need to achieve this is a variant app, and it is in the App Store. I've told y'all about the App Store. I already have the apps up here, so I just wanted to show you. I've done this video before, but I'm doing it again because a lot of the apps have started charging for certain information that is, to me, ridiculous, okay? A couple things that I've seen apps charge for is number one, they want to charge you to have the date selection option, right? They want to charge you to have what we call price add-on. Price add-ons are great during graduation season because it's almost like a way to upsell right then and there. For graduation, if you got graduation packages that include buttons and shirts and fans and blah, 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 you can have an option to where at the bottom of where you collect all the data, it could say add additional 5 fans for this much, and that's a price add-on. You could say add a retractable banner for this much. It's a price add-on. And a lot of the apps started charging for that, right? It's right here. So let's look at the apps. Some of the apps that I have dealt with, I have used, and I have researched. This is just a handful. Global product options and variants. King product, infinite product, variant option products, and then there is OPTIS. So I'm going to show you really quick. King product options and variants, right? I'm going to show you where that is in the App Store. So I'm going to go to the App Store, all recommended apps, scroll down. This is King product options and variants. They want to charge you the date picker. I can't let my customer pick the date. You want to upsell me on a package just for them to collect the date? Now, could I just give a single line paragraph and say input your date there? Sure, I could. I have a way that I want my website to look. I don't know. It's a personal preference, y'all. If I'm being picky, just let me know. But it wasn't until I downloaded the app and clicked on that I found out they want me to go from free to a paid plan to get the date picker. File upload. File upload is important because we want our customers to be able to upload photos if they want to. And I don't want to download a million gazillion apps. Do they have specific upload apps specifically to allow someone to upload a photo? Sure they do. But why not get that in one app? So King product is out of there. Variant options, it is one of the co-conspirators of King product. And again, they have limitations. Okay, on the free version, they say it's limited to one product. Okay, that's not going to work for us. Variant, you're out of there. King, you're out of there. Infinite, they off the rip, they want you to pay $12.99 a month. And I vow to always try to bring you as close to free as possible. And I can say about 98% of the apps that I choose for my clients and myself are free. There is only one app that I pay for, and it's going to be the one that I show you momentarily. So off the rip, this one's called Infinite Product Options. Off the rip, they want to charge you $12.99. Out of there. Okay, Globo. I used to love Globo, but for their price add-ons as well, $12.90. You don't necessarily need the price add-on feature, but I could tell you, for me, it makes the checkout process a little bit smoother. They do have apps that will allow you to do like a product upsell, and that's a different video. A product upsell, and that's another way that you can not necessarily do a price add-on, but upsell your customer. Hey, you can add this for this or do this, okay? But I like it right there at that moment that they're ordering. Oh, I could use 5 extra fans. Oh, I could use a retractable banner. Oh, I could use a step and repeat banner, right? So price add-ons, they want to charge $12.90 a month for this function. Out of there. My go-to is called OPTIS Product Options. Let me go Oh, well, this is what the logo looks like. So they do have a free version. You get 10 option sets. Don't let that scare you. An option set is pretty much the set of questions. You can use that same set of questions for multiple products, obviously, if it pertains to those products. So I wouldn't get too scared about that. So I am paying the $9.99. This is the only additional app that I have that I pay for. All else is free. Price add-on, unlimited option sets, even though 10 was sufficient for me. 5 file uploads. So this is the one that I have. Let's dive into it. I have done my product options for my bundles already, but I'm just going to go through the motions with you to show you how to set it up. So install OPTIS product options. Obviously, when you do that, it'll tell you you have to activate it on your web store. So again, we're going to go to edit theme, come over here to the left hand side, app embeds, and make sure that it is toggled on, which it is down here. Once that is done, you can start adding your options. And I could tell you the customer service for OPTIS is very nice. I like dealing with them. They're very nice and they're very quick in responding. So here are all my product options, but I am going to go ahead and just start a new one just so I can walk you through it. Create an option set from scratch. This allows you to build your form. And remember, the form that we want looks like this. So I probably am going to be copying and pasting because I don't want to rewrite all this stuff, but I want to show you all the different fields that they have. I'm going to be copying and pasting, y'all, so I'm going to be bouncing back and forth, but I'll probably edit that out. Here is where you can name it. And I do suggest that you name your product options just in case they deal with different products of yours. So I named on mine based on the party favor packages, t-shirts, apparel, stuff like that. So again, we're going to go in there, create it from scratch. So name it, I'm just going to name it test, but you can name it anything you want. And then we're going to go ahead into the options, add an option. Look at all the things that you can add to your product. We got text boxes, text areas, check boxes, drop downs, drop down menu with thumbnail if you have pictures to go with it if you want. Radio button, switch, swatch, paragraph. Oh my gosh. File upload, date and time, color picker. Okay. We're not going to do color picker. I would rather do swatch like that. Okay. Anyway, that's when you're dealing with apparel. So I'm going to add an option. And that was a text box. I'm going to put the question here. Okay. I made this question required. And then as you build your questionnaire, if you will see it over here on the right hand side building. So you can see exactly what you're putting. What I want you to do is click on advanced settings and it allows you to put help text, if you will. So help text is like a way to jog your customer's brain. What is that? You never want your customer to come to your website and say, okay, what does she mean by that? Explain yourself. You are the expert. They are not. Okay. Some people may be knowledgeable, but you are the expert. So you have to kind of dumb it down so that they can understand so they don't have a reason to come to your inbox. Okay. Or not order at all. So go to tool tips and I'm going to always do it like this. I put it below the option title. And I put my help text here. And this is me just explaining how would you like to receive your party favors. Empty means that you, the customer, are responsible for buying the treats and sealing the favor wrappers. Filled means that we, Mocha Creative, purchases the treats and beverages and you will receive your order 100% complete. And then I say one favor equals 12 of each, right? You'll get 12 of each favor that you order. You can also do a placeholder. The placeholder text goes here. You can even say empty or filled. Empty wrappers or completely filled. Click back and we can keep going. On the paid plan, this is where this one is going to come into play. So I'm going to have a drop down on this one. And this is my question. Do you need a design done or did you see something in our library that piques your interest, right? Make this required and you can say, yes, I need a design. So this is what they're going to see. Add an option value. I will pick from your design library. So here's where the price add-on comes in. So if they're going to choose from what I already have, there's a zero upsell on that. But if you want to charge an extra fee, you could charge an extra fee for the design. Here's where I want you to be careful. I just want to go crazy with that because you may steer some people away. So it depends on you. You could charge extra $15 if you want and leave it at that for the design. Again, it's building your questionnaire over here. And you can see that the price add-on says plus $15 if you need a design. The next one is also going to be a text box. The question is, what type of event are you hosting? I'm going to make this required. I don't need to add any options or variants here. So I'm going to click on advanced settings, and in the placeholder text, I am going to put, watch over here on the right hand side. What type of event are you hosting? The placeholder text, I'm going to say birthday, graduation, anniversary, retirement, etc. That's a placeholder text. That again is reinforcing what it is you're talking about as the expert of what it is you're doing, right? Again, you got to talk to your customers like they don't know what the heck you're talking about. I'm not going to go through all of them. The next one I'm going to do is date picker. You could say, what is the date of your event? Make this a required field. If you have all of these checked, that means that they can pick that over here, okay? So this is open. They can choose from the dates and it'll fill it in there. Let me see what it looks like if you choose this. Let's see. Oh, I like that one better. So I would choose this one, date and time range 12/12. This one was the other way, which I didn't like. Kind of made it the day of the month and then the month. I'd pick this one. Let's go back. Then let's do file upload. Don't make this required because, again, some people may not want to add a photo. So you just make this question. If a photo is desired on the party favors, upload them here. That's it. And then you can say all files or image files, document files. I choose image and I let them maybe upload two. And then that's it for that. Here's where the tricky part comes in. That's why I'm not doing all of them. I need y'all to lean in on this one. Let's just say I'm doing this for the Big Bash bundle. The Big Bash bundle starts at $40. So that means one treat empty is $40. Two treats empty is $80. That's two treats, 24 items. Okay? Because we're selling in quantities of 12. Now, how I did that is I'm going to tie this to an item in my store just so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, I'm going to pick my custom crew. Okay, my custom crew next because that's the only item that doesn't have anything like this. So in order to pick the product that this pertains to, you click on number 2, product, specific product, and I'm going to look up crew neck, crew or custom. Okay, here we go. Custom crew. Custom crews start at $35. What I need you to lean in on this is when I gave them the option to choose empty or filled, this is where the price add-on is going to come. I'm sorry, I need to actually change this to drop down. So, and when you need to change it to a different field, you can do that here. It needs to be a drop down menu. Here's how I did this. I'm only going to do about 7, okay? So, here's where I need y'all to lean in. So what I'm going to put here is I'm going to put 1 empty. I'm going to go ahead and put them all in. So 1 empty, 2 empty, and I'm going to copy and paste so I don't have to type it the whole time. I'm just going to have to repeat the number. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have 1 through 7 empty. Now, of course, I'd have filled options the same way, right? But I'm just going to show you empty. The starting price is $35. What you're going to do, you're going to need to know your total that you want it to be. You're not going to say 1 empty is $40. You're not even going to put 40 here. So let's just say for the crew necks, I said the starting point is 35. Let's just say that I wanted 1 empty to be 35. Okay. For the base price of the crew neck, I already put in Shopify that the base price is 35. You can go there and see, right, that The base price is 35, okay? If I put 35 here, it's not going to make it $35. It's actually going to make it 70. So when my intent is for it to remain one empty to remain at 35, if I put 35 here, it's going to show us 35. Let me show you. I just saved that so that we can refresh the website and you can see. There's our product options under the crew neck. So if I pick one empty, it says plus 35. That just made it $70. You don't want that. So what you need to know is write it out, put it in a spreadsheet, however you need to do it. You need to sit down and figure out what the end price is. You want to take the total price that you want one empty to be. So the one empty is $35. So you want to take the total you want it to be. And do I need to add anything else for that variant here in OPTIS? No. So as you can see, one empty, I'm probably losing y'all, but hopefully you'll see when I do the remaining six. One empty is $35. It made it 70. That's not what I wanted. So I have to go back in there and change that to 0. For two empty, my price is $80. So I got to take that 80 minus 35 because that's the base price. The total price for two empty is 80. Take the base price, $35, and the difference is going to be what we put here in OPTIS. That is $45. My base price for three is $120. So what I need to do is deduct 35 from that, and that gives us 85. So I need to put the difference between the total of what I want to charge and the base price. The base is the empty, the one empty. That is the base price that I put in Shopify when I entered the product information. I hope I ain't confusing y'all. The total price is going to be 120, but I only want to put the difference here. Okay, and I'm going to show you why. Let's go back. First, I'm going to show you how I entered it. Well, I mean, you can see how I entered it because one of them is $35. That's what I put in the products. When I entered custom crew necks, and I know that has nothing to do with Party Favor, I put it in there with a base price of $35. Okay. So that's the base price. You need to know what your total price is and then what the base price is, okay? The starting point. If we refresh this, you know that one empty, I want it to be $35. So now one empty, if I choose that, it's going to remain $35. For two empty, the price would have been $80. I think I'm still thinking about my actual, but I added 40. There we go. 45. So two empty would be 80. Three empty would be 120. So if we add 80, did I calculate wrong? 120 minus 35. I should put 85 there. Let's go back to OPTIS. Edit. And that was in the first one. I should have put 85. And just like I'm doing with you, I encourage you to do the same. Like walk through it and make sure your prices is right. I had a customer who does commercial printing, and we had to do this a few times to get it right because she wanted a specific way and we had to work through it to do the calculations right. So there's the 120. Okay, so let's do the rest. I need y'all to lean in on that because it's very important. You could really mess up and lose a customer by not putting in the correct pricing. But this is how this particular app works. So for four empty, looks like I got 2, 4. I got to change that to 5. Okay. So for four empty, let's bring up the calculator. For four empty, it's going to be 160. So I'm going to do 120 minus 35. And that needs to be, oh, did I do the 4? Hold on. 160. Oh, I did 120. 160 minus 35 is 125. That's what I need to put as the add-on. 5 empty is 200. So I need to do what the price of the total package would be. 200 minus the base price. 165 is the price add-on. 6 empty. The total price is going to be 240 for that package minus the base price. I need to put in the price add-on 205. For 7 empty, the total price is going to be 280 minus the base price of 35. And keep in mind that 35 is for the crew neck. It's not really, I already got my party favor bundle done. So the price add-on needs to be 245. Okay, let's go ahead and save that. Let's come back over to the website, refresh. So let's go through this again. So if they choose 1 empty, the price still remains 35. The price for 2 is supposed to be 80. So if they choose 2 empty, the price is in fact 80. The price for 3 is supposed to be 120. So if they choose 3, the price, you see how this is going? 4, the total price should be 160. 5, total price should be 200. 6, total price should be 240. 7, total price should be 280. Okay, so that's how that works. And then if you choose to do an additional price for design fee, that's going to show up. If they choose yes, that's going to make that go up to 295. Okay, if they choose no, it's still going to be 280. Birthday, that's a required field. Birthday, pick the date of your events and they can choose the time. Okay, I'll make them choose the end time. I don't know if I like that. Let's go back in there and see, because that might be a point of confusion. What is the date of your events? Let's not do date and time range. Let's do a date time picker. Okay, let's save that. I like the format of date and time range, but I don't want them to be able to choose an end date. We're not a hotel. This is a birthday party, anniversary, whatever. So we don't need to do that. So let me refresh. Date of the events. Let's say it's next week. Time. Okay, now we're good. Okay, you just got to get used to the format of it. It's going to put the day, month, and then the year. And then they'll have the option to choose to upload a photo. All right. And then they can check out. When they add this to cart, here's their price. Now you see how it has everything that they answered right here. They inputted this information. So this is what is also going to show up on their order confirmation. In black and white, there's no guessing. You don't have a way to forget because it's there. And if any issue ever arose from them not remembering what they put, it's right here. You picked this, sis, not me. You picked 2 party favors empty. That means you're going to assemble them. You wanted a design, so that was an additional $15. You said it was for a birthday on this date at this time, and you uploaded a photo. And I do have a video to where you can require of them to check that they have read the terms of service of your store. Okay, again, that also will show up under the order confirmation, so that when you go to their orders, you pull their order and you go get, you get ready to assemble, you get ready to print out stuff, you get ready to design whatever it is you do. You have all their information right there. It is right on their order confirmation. Okay, so I hope this helps. Y'all let me know if it helps. Okay, and I hope that I made it very clear how you work OPTIS. OPTIS is my absolute favorite. It is my absolute favorite. Global is my second favorite, but because OPTIS is a few dollars cheaper, and I was actually with them when they were absolutely free, and they must have been a new app, and their customer service is amazing. Okay, and I have even had to contact them about client stores and certain issues, and they resolve them very quickly. So customer service is a top priority for us as the designers, as well as for your customers. That's why it's really crucial for you to, make your website be like your secretary. It needs to be easy to understand, easy to shop, and hopefully this helps to increase your sales because you are setting your website up to move like a well-oiled machine. Okay, so till next time, see y'all later.